Hello, hi, I'm here at the Miraclon booth at drupa 2024, and it's a pleasure to be here with Emma, who's the Chief Marketing Officer for Miraclon.
Yes, I
Good
am,
to,
and it's a
good
pleasure
to,
to be here.
good to see you. It's after a while we are meeting.
Absolutely, yeah. It's always good to see you at every Drupa.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Emma. Emma, I would like to start off by getting to understand Miraclon as a company,
Okay?
obviously, and your presence in this very important show,
Yep,
Drupa.
absolutely. Yeah, so Miraclon is a company that are solely focused on Flexo, right? Flexo is what we do. We are suppliers of Flexo plates and plate technology, plate making technology. And our number one focus is really on what it is that we can do to help printers print more efficiently and more sustainably in Flexo. We're here today at Drupa in Hall 15, which is an unusual place for a plate supplier to be. But we're very deliberately here in Hall 15 amongst the press manufacturers because we're here to talk to printers. We're here to talk to Flexo printers, but also printers that are interested in getting into Flexo, to offset printers today and to gravure printers.
Perfect. Thank you very much. So, tell us what's new at Drupa. You've been very active with a lot of people in your stand,
Yep.
and I can see some demos happening. So, please, if you can go
Yep.
ahead. Yeah.
So our number one focus here is to talk about something that we call modern Flexo. So modern Flexo is about helping printers move to more standardized ways of manufacturing Flexo printing, moving from that traditional art and craft process to a standardized, predictable operation that ultimately, at the end of the day, allows them to print more efficiently, save money, and also improve their environmental footprint. Some of the tenets of modern Flexo is that we believe that Flexo today needs to have visual parity with gravure and offset, right? A brand doesn't care whether it's gravure, Flexo, offset, they shouldn't. So modern Flexo needs to have visual parity with those print processes.
Right.
It also needs to be the most efficient process it can be. And for Flexo, that means moving away from spot colors. It means doing more with process color printing, reducing the amount of inks that you print with, reducing the changeover time that you have, and really opening up the full gamut of possibilities for printers to be able to get to the maximum yield that they can on every single press investment that they make.
Perfect. Thank you. And I see a lot of attention and focus with your new product, Shine LED lamps.
Yep.
So tell us more about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So the journey of modern Flexo is actually supported by 9 different innovations that we're talking about here at Drupa. Some of those focus on plate technology, plate surface patterning. They're all focused on making a more consistent, predictable plate. And that's where Shine comes in. So LED exposure, plate exposure technology brings significantly more consistent results in plate making. I think we've seen a lot of activity in the industry with LED exposure devices.
Sure.
And one of their big benefits is that LED lamps don't degrade over time like fluorescent lamps, so hence they bring more consistency. And when we looked around, we wanted to try and find what was the simplest way that we could bring that LED plate exposure technology to our customers, but actually also to all Flexo plate makers. And we started looking around at what was happening in home lighting and industrial lighting. And it occurred to us, well, there's a lot of exposure devices out there today using fluorescent lighting. Why can't we just change those over to LED technology? And so what we innovated was a simple retrofit kit to be able to remove the fluorescent bulbs from an existing plate exposure device. Third-party exposure devices, Miraclon doesn't make plate exposure devices, and replace those with a simple set of LED lamps that are specifically designed for Flexo plate exposure. It's a simple retrofit with a simple bracket that an electrician can do, and it drives much more consistent plate making. It avoids that the warm-up time that you're used to with fluorescent lamps. So no more do you have to have inconsistent exposure across your Flexo plates. And the good news is that, it works for Miraclon plates, for our Flexo LNX plates.
All your plates, all your...
but it also works for all Flexo plates.
Wonderful.
Right?
Okay.
So those customers out there that use a mix of plates, there's nothing that stops them using an LED lamp kit from a Shine LED lamp kit from Miraclon with all of their plates.
Brilliant, brilliant. So I see that you're very focused in your area, which is to give the best possible plate to the printer. So you're not in the upstream and in the other areas. Why not? Tell us more about that.
Yeah, so I think our philosophy here is that you need to do what you're really good at, right? Where we believe that we can bring the most value is helping a printer to print consistently, right? Bringing them that capability in the press room. So that comes from our imaging plate technology, and it comes from the knowledge and the know-how that we can bring to printers in how to standardize their processes.
Right.
So our solutions are open. We're more than happy for other people to take the upfront, right? The workflow, the color management. We can work with all of that. Our speciality is in bringing that consistency and predictability and capability to the plate technology, which ultimately is going to help a printer print more efficiently.
Right. Thank you. One last question, Emma.
Yes.
What's your message for our region, for the Middle East and Africa region, which is predominantly into rotogravure, but the good news is Flexo is growing pretty fast in our region than expected. So what's your message to the converters and brands and readers of Packaging EMEA?
Yeah. So first of all, yes, there is a huge growth opportunity in the Middle East for Flexo. We're focused on Flexo, and so for us, Middle East and Africa is a very important. Miraclon is absolutely committed to bringing our technology and our know-how to the Middle East and supporting. We have many partners that we work with that bring our technology to the region. We're seeing a significant increase in the number of CI Flexo presses going into the region. I think that's great news. I think what that really means is that customers there and brands there are seeing the potential of Flexo. They're seeing what Flexo can do. They're seeing Flexo as a compatriot, right, to gravure and offset. I don't think there's a race here as to who's the winner, right, at the end of the day. I think there's a place out there for every technology based on the cost base, the job type. And so, yes, we're very committed to helping printers in the region, especially those that have not been familiar with Flexo in the past, to start off the best way they can with Flexo. Start off with the principles of modern Flexo, right? Of starting to print with CMYK, very standardized processes. And that's what we believe we can help bring to the Middle East and Africa region.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you very much, Emma. It was a pleasure.
Pleasure to see you as always.
All the very best for the rest of the days at drupa, and I wish you very successfully this new technology that you brought in.
Great. Thank you very much. Thank you.